Good evening, Road Breakers. Welcome to the 15th episode of React After Raw. We are here live on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Road Break Wrestling. We are here talking about Raw, reviewing Raw, reacting to your comments, answering your questions, whatever you got. We're doing it for you tonight. Last night on our React Survivor Series post show, 765 of you Road Breakers tuned in and watched the show and hung out with us. Big show. Props to you guys. Always appreciate the support tuning into that show as well as here. We're going to get right into it. I'm going to introduce the panel for you guys tonight. Randy is on the panel. Randy, what's going on?
Oh man, my mind is still swimming from last night with Sting's debut, and I'm not exactly satisfied with tonight's show, but I'll go ahead and talk about it.
Randy, disappointed in tonight's Monday Night Raw. Matt will be joining us here on the panel in just a little bit, so you guys can look forward to him coming on the show as well. So we're going to jump right into it here like we always do. Start off at the top of the show in the first hour. So Raw opens up, and they give us the recap of last night's Survivor Series of basically Sting's debut for WWE. Obviously a big, monumentous, historic moment. And if you haven't checked it out, there's an article up on our website, roadbreakwrestling.com, regarding Sting's plans for WrestleMania 31 and his future with the WWE. So be sure to go check that out to get the latest information on that. So after that happens, we have the Authority. They come out and basically give their farewell speech, say goodbye to the WWE Universe, for now. They give a nice plug to Sting in there, it was one man did it, one man ruined it, one man changed the face of the WWE forever. And then I like Triple H's jab at Sting saying, you wanted to get in the ring with me to make your career relevant for 30 seconds. I thought that was great. It's further going to set up their possible match for WrestleMania 31 should The Undertaker decide not to work it this year.
Yeah.
But that was a good moment. And then, of course, we have Daniel Bryan decide to come out, and that was huge. He got a huge pop from the crowd. There were rumors that he was there. He's been backstage at Raws before, but never did anything. Now he was there. He was in charge for the night, and it was such a huge moment, taunting the Authority, saying yes, yes, yes. I thought that was kind of the perfect way to send them off, seeing as how he was the first one to be screwed over by the Authority when they took power, almost 2 years ago. So, Randy, I want to ask you, what was going through your head during that opening segment?
I was just like, oh boy, we get another 20-minute kickoff promo by the Authority, and it was honestly funnier than I thought it was going to be because Stephanie she failed at crying and trying to get moral support. It was such a fail. I that was hilarious to me because it's like I posted on WWE memes. I'm like, is she taking acting lessons from the Bella twins? Because that was god awful. She just couldn't hold herself together. She couldn't get the waterworks to go. But Triple H's stab, that was great. Other than that, it was it was hilarious.
Yeah, I personally think Steph did a pretty good job at trying to convey her emotions. She's always played that erratic, emotional billionaire princess character when things don't go her way. So I think she did that for what she needed to do in that situation. And then you have Daniel Bryan at kind of announcing the matches for the night. He announces Dean Ambrose versus Luke Harper, Seth Rollins with mystery opponents versus John Cena and Ziggler, and Kane goes in and works a concession stand, and then he announces Ryback versus Mark Henry, which basically was our first match of the show, and wasn't really impressed with this match at all. It didn't really do anything because you have Mark Henry who's old and beaten up. He's just not good in the ring anymore. He's really not something entertaining to watch. And you have him go against a guy like Ryback. I don't know why they decided to do it. I don't. I mean, it to me it just didn't seem necessary. They could have done something else in that slot. I mean, what are your thoughts on the match?
Well, I mean, I felt bad because they they I've noticed that they do this thing where they take Mark Henry's character, they build it up, build it up, build it up, make him look like this mean son of a bitch, and then they just treat his character like it's just not even a thing. Because Mark Henry just he like you said, he's old, he's out of touch, he needs to stop wrestling. But I mean, other than that, I mean, Ryback didn't even get to hit get to hit the shell shock. He hit him with a meat hook clothesline, and it was over with. And it was kind of disappointing because I expected him to be able to hit a shell shock because, I mean, he didn't get to successfully hit one before he lost at Mania, and I mean, I honestly think that they should have gone ahead and did that, let him get the win with the meat hook. But I mean, Mark Henry is being made to look like a fool. Seriously.
Right. I definitely see where you're coming from. I mean, the only reason I can think of that they didn't have him hit the shell shock is because he had the recent hernia surgery, and picking up a guy like Mark Henry who's just so much mass. They don't want him getting re-injured because of how thin the roster is right now. If they lose Ryback again, that's another face they don't have in the company at the moment. So I mean that could have been the reason behind it. After that, we have Vince McMahon make an appearance on Monday Night Raw. It was great to see him there. As always, Vince never disappoints when he's on the screen, when he's talking. Definitely loved it, saying, I'm not mad, I'm not upset at you guys, I'm disappointed because you failed. And then, of course, you have Stephanie say, I'm sorry. And, Vince spins around and says, sorry, you should never be sorry. I've never been sorry for anything I've ever done. And I thought that was, kind of a good thing to do to show the contrast between what Vince McMahon was like as an authority figure and what the authority was like as the authority figures. It shows how different they are and how differently they handle their situations. And it's going to be interesting going forward without the authority on Raw. We probably won't see Vince again for quite some time. So, if this is Vince's last appearance for a while, I mean, what do you think happens from here with that whole situation with the authority and Vince?
Um, honestly don't know because I mean, in my opinion, I mean, the whole show tonight was kind of lackluster, but I mean, we'll get to that towards the end. But I mean, it Raw was getting, it was getting really, really good ratings for like I think like 4 or 5 solid weeks, and then tonight they just kind of dropped the bomb on the show because I mean the authority of course is no longer out of power, or they're no longer in power. Excuse me. And I mean, when Vince came, whenever they showed the camera angle with Vince, I was actually very, very happy to see him. And I mean, whenever he's like, "I've never been sorry for anything I've ever done in my life," it took me back to when he apologized on that segment with CM Punk a couple of years ago. I was like, really, you're gonna sit there and say that you've never been sorry for anything that you've already apologized before?
Right.
So I mean, it was like one of those Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole moments whenever they're like, "We've never seen this before," and I'm like, yeah, you did. Probably just either a couple months ago or it happened a couple years ago. Y'all are so stupid." But I mean, that's just how I feel about it.
Right. Yeah. No. I understand where you're coming from. Makes sense. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Matt
Must be
is
Matt's
having
microphone.
difficulties.
But as you can see, Matt has joined the show here on React After Raw. Matt, you're a little late to the party here. We know you were kind of
I'm
late to watching Raw.
fashionably
He's
late.
fashionably late. He was fashionably late last night to React Survivor Series, but Matt is here now to talk Raw with us here on the panel. So Matt, we were just getting done talking about Vince's appearance on Monday Night Raw. So I kind of want to get your one kind of big statement because I know you got one. I know you probably got plenty after watching tonight. So I want to get your thoughts on the opening segment with the Authority and Daniel Bryan, and then kind of that follow up with Vince.
Well, first and foremost, I was definitely excited to see Daniel Bryan back. Obviously, I think it's pretty cool. But, and I messaged this to you after it happened, I was a little disappointed because I feel like obviously he's not back full time. He's not coming back for a while. So to throw him in the mix, I thought it was unnecessary for him to be in this mix. And when we get to the main event, I'm going to even go off even more because there's a reason why they made it even more unnecessary. It was completely stupid, and they really, really diminished the impact of a really, really powerful return from Daniel Bryan by bringing him back tonight. Obviously, the authority's not done with. They're gonna be back in power, or they're gonna come back in some form. So having Daniel Bryan there, I felt really, really just like having Wade Barrett on the pre-show and just like continually shoving Roman Reigns down our throats and showing those update videos. Yeah, I thought it was a complete waste and really, really annoyed me. The opening segment actually was not that. I was not impressed with the opening segment. Do you got a TV going back there, Randy Hill?
Actually, my friend is playing Black Ops, and I told him to be quiet, but
I'm gonna have to ask you to calm it down over there.
shut us the fuck up.
Alright.
I'm sorry about that.
Back to my original train of thought, or I dropped some elbows on some kids. I just felt like, first of all, Daniel Bryan returning tonight was a waste. Yes, it was cool. I got excited. Yes, I did the yes chant, but for me, it wasn't worth it. The opening segment, I actually was not impressed with at all. I really didn't feel anything from it. I thought it was actually, from Triple H standards, because I've seen him cut some pretty damn good promos, I actually didn't think it was that great of a promo from him. I thought it was very forced, very scripted. I felt like he was reading word from word what somebody wrote for him. It didn't feel real. And it really took away from the previous night. And that's, for me, honestly, the whole theme of this entire Raw was it could have been better. It did not live up, for me personally, did not live up to last night's show. Yeah, it kind of stuck with the same thing, but the opening segment wasn't terrible, but I really just wasn't that impressed with it. Vince McMahon coming back, I like Vince's scene because that's going to be building towards some sort of feud between him and Triple H, some sort of power struggle. I feel that sort of thing happening, so that I like. I liked Vince's part. I liked his promo. I thought he did a good job. And I liked the little nuance at the end where Triple H kind of like shook his head before he was the last one. I was hoping for that to happen. I'm like, you need to just stand there for a minute and do something. And when he stood before he got into the limo and shook his head and then got in, that really kind of shows that obviously Triple H is pissed off at Vince and something's going to go down in the future. So all in all, not a terrible opening segment. Like I said, at least it stayed with the storyline. It wasn't some random garbage that we get from time to time. Not a terrible opening segment, but I definitely think it could have been much better.
Right, yeah, you make some good points there. Triple H's promo, kind of did seem a little scripted. It could just be, they couldn't really figure out a way to give them a good proper send-off promo because they've been around so long. So they kind of just drummed something up. Basically what they've repeated in the past, like, you people can't do this without us. The superstars can't do this without us. We do what we do because we do it for you guys. It's basically the same bullshit that they've kind of been saying since they were in power. But we're gonna move on from the opening segment of Monday Night Raw and just jump to a rule breaker here, weighing in. Austin Brand saying it would have been better to see Daniel Bryan come back and have a little fight with Triple H to actually throw the authority out moment, but we all know that won't happen because of Bryan and his surgeries. Uh, that definitely would have made a bigger impact if Daniel Bryan came back and hit Triple H with a running knee or put him in a yes lock, whatever they decided to do. Maybe could have made a bigger impact, but that obviously doesn't happen. We don't know when Daniel Bryan can return. Some say Royal Rumble. He wants to be back for WrestleMania 31. The surgery status is always, I might get another one, I might not. Who knows? But I'm sure more information will come out as Royal Rumble gets closer. So after that, we have Dean Ambrose versus Luke Harper for the Intercontinental Championship. For me, this was match of the night. This was probably the match that I liked the most out of the entire night. Randy is raising the people's eyebrow.
Eyebrow down. You do not own that eyebrow. I will rip that eyebrow off and shove it up your ass.
Wait a minute.
You do not own that eyebrow.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right. Now that the fighting has ceased here on React, I can get back.
I got you at WrestleMania 31, man. I got you.
We're booking matches here on React now. WrestleMania 31, eyebrow versus eyebrow match. The loser shaves his eyebrow and goes home like a Rudy poo. But I definitely like this match. Like I said, it was the match of the night for me. They have good chemistry in the ring. There's a lot of good stuff going on. I got some heat on our Facebook page. I was called a hillbilly by one of the rope breakers because I hadn't watched Luke Harper's Ring of Honor stuff. Well, listen here, jackass. I'm a WWE guy, not a Ring of Honor guy, not a TNA guy, not a PWG guy, not an ICW guy, not a New Japan guy. I'm a WWE guy. Have I seen some of Luke Harper's independent stuff? Yes, I have. But I don't know enough about Luke Harper to be impressed about him. So when he puts on the match that he has tonight, I was impressed because before he didn't really do a whole hell of a lot during his time with the Wyatts. Now he's breaking out of his shell, showing off more of what he can do in the ring. And like I said, I'm impressed more and more with this guy each week. And he continues to impress because he moves well for a big man in the ring. So there you go, asshole. There, I said it. All right, I'm gonna end that rant. And after that, Bray Wyatt attacks Dean Ambrose, and I don't know how I feel about this. I don't think they should have done it. I mean, yeah, I liked it, but it kind of just didn't fit in in that segment. I don't know why. To me, it just did not feel right in that moment. I don't know why. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my opinion. But to me, that attack from Bray Wyatt, it didn't feel right. So Matt, I want to jump to you because I know you're a big fan of Dean Ambrose. You're trying to figure out what the hell the Wyatts are doing, and you're also a big fan of Bray. So I definitely want to get your thoughts on this.
Well, first and foremost, I completely agree with you. To me as well, Luke Harper versus Dean Ambrose's match of the night. As soon as I started watching, there's so much in-ring storytelling involved in it and such great, like you said, chemistry, that I really, really enjoyed this match. I thought they did one heck of a job. I can see where you're coming from, where it was kind of weird to have Bray coming back, while he had a match with one of the former family members. I thought that was weird. The timing was definitely a little odd, but I do think that needed to happen. I think that it was completely necessary, and I liked the way it happened because it really just goes. That made Bray look extremely strong. After taking that beating from Dean last night, he comes out like nothing happened. That's what I said to you last night. I felt should happen. It needs to be booked where he comes out like nothing happened. He gave Dean an ass whooping, threw him over the announce table. He's very aggressive with him, throwing the announce chairs on him, which are pretty heavy freaking chairs, and then standing on the table. I thought that needed to happen. The timing was definitely a little bit weird, but I don't know. I didn't personally mind it that much. I thought it was well done. I liked the attack, and I liked the match. It was this match is kind of difficult because obviously Dean can't win the Intercontinental Championship right now. He's got that feud. He's got the feud with Bray, and it would look bad for Luke Harper. And Luke Harper can't really beat Dean because that wouldn't look good for Dean. So they had to kind of end it in a disqualification. So
seeing as how Dean has already lost enough steam.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the way that they ended this match, I thought was well done. It needed to happen that way. So hopefully they continue on the build of Luke Harper because I'm liking him. And I really enjoy his in-ring work. Bruiser Brody, you know, I've said this before, that's the guy that he's been compared to, and I completely agree. He's got a lot of in-ring talent. Dean Ambrose, they just did one hell of a job. You know, the attack from Bray, I enjoyed it.
And he froze again. This is what happens here on React. Matt comes on, and he freezes.
Some absolute bullshit. I'm about to stick my foot up Time Warner Cable's ass.
Oh, man. All right, but yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying and definitely agree with some of the points you are making in your statement. Randy, you have anything you want to add to Matt's statement or anything you want to counter against?
Well, it's like you said. I completely I do agree with some of the things that you said with the whole thing where they went ahead and had the disqualification and everything like that. But what I think should have happened at the end, instead of Bray coming out, I think they should have had Dean Ambrose go ahead and, you know, put Luke Harper through the table off the top of the ladder, and then Michael Cole could have been like, you know, sending a direct message to Bray Wyatt. They should have done something like that. It would have made it that much better. But I mean, that's all I have to say about that. It may not have been the match of the night to me, but I'm not going to take that away from you. You know what I'm saying?
Randy doesn't view that as a match of the night. A couple rope breakers weighing in here. Raph from WWE saying, "Don't forget Alec versus Lid's winner gets Page." Kind of a running joke. Now, if you didn't see our React Survivor Series match, we were talking about Page, and Liz from WWE Memes is in love with Page. I'm in love with Page, so we are having a no-holds-barred match at WrestleMania 31, and the winner gets Page. I plan on winning. Austin Brand saying, "Hell yeah, go Alec," and then Austin Brand's telling you, Matt, to go steal your neighbor's internet. So you might want to get on that. I don't know how you're gonna make that happen. If you got like a funny ski mask or something, you know, to make yourself look intimidating, you can try to run a couple lines and cables and set yourself up for some better Wi-Fi. But you know, we're gonna move on from that now.
I'm thinking this is some bullshit.
Yeah, you got to get you like a super modem that'll give you the best Wi-Fi in the world.
Yeah.
And you'll never freeze again. But we're gonna jump from there. We're just gonna pile this into one thing. The Larry the Cable Guy Santino stuff. Again, I took some heat for this on our I take a lot of heat on our Facebook page. I made a sarcastic remark.
People just don't like you.
I know they don't like me. I made a sarcastic remark towards the rope breakers. And kind of, I want to say it was everybody's collective reaction after it happened. You know, the fuck did I just watch? That was kind of my initial reaction to that. And that's all I got to say. I'm not going to say it was good. I'm not going to say it was bad. I'm just going to say the fuck did I just watch? Because I'm still confused about what happened. I don't know. Do you guys have anything to say about Larry the Cable Guy and Santino Marella? Randy's dead. Randy died. Those are his thoughts. He's dead.
Yeah, those are my thoughts.
The only thing I can say about that, you know, the only thing I have to say about that is Rey Mysterio has really let himself go.
Yeah, he definitely has, man. Ray, he was kind of getting bigger before he left, but I don't know what the hell happened now.
He really let himself go.
Matt,
I do
talk
have
about
something.
Larry the
I
Cable
do have something to say. I do have something to say about this. Wait, what did you say?
I said, do you have something to say about Larry the Cable Guy?
I actually do have something to say. I'm probably gonna take heat for this, but actually, personally, I actually didn't mind the segments. I know. I really didn't mind the segments that much. I thought they were gonna be way worse than they were. Um, I'm obviously not the biggest Larry the Cable Guy fan. I don't care much for the guy. But I thought for what it was better than the majority of all the guest hosts that we've had. We had some. That was one of the guest hosts. So I think this was a little bit. At least they incorporated them, like for instance, into the concessions Kane
Mm-hmm.
angle. I didn't think that was that bad. And I actually like Santino. I don't dislike Santino. I think he just got kind of shafted with his gimmick and stuff like that, but he tries. I didn't think it was as bad. It wasn't good. I just don't think it was as bad as I expected it to be. I expected it to be far worse. I thought it was just going to be a stupid segment. Oh, go watch Jingle All the Way too. Which, by the way, don't. I'm just going to let you know right now. Right now. Please don't waste your money and go see that piece of shit. It's going to be terrible. It's
Even
going to be
Larry
horrible.
buried his own movie. I don't know how many of you caught it, but on this show during the Adam Rose match, he says the new one picks up where the last one left off on the DVD shelf. He kind of just buried his own movie there. Oh
That's
man.
awesome. But
Um,
I definitely didn't think it was as bad as I expected. But that's just my 2 cents. We're gonna move on. Why are we wasting so much time on
yeah,
Larry
we're
the
not
Actual
gonna
Cable
waste
Guy?
any more
Throw it
time.
back to you.
But Matt Raff is telling you to steal some internet, and he maybe Emma can help you get that internet. So you can find her number, hit her up on Facebook, Twitter, whatever she's got. She knows how to steal and get away with it because somehow she forgot to pay for an iPhone case.
Man, I wish I had her number. Damn.
But after that, we have the tag team championship rematch, and I thought this was another great match during the night. And the thing that I loved was Damien Sandow comes out with the stunt tag team titles. Miz has the regular tag team titles. I really like where this feud is going. Put the fucking eyebrow down. God damn it. Oh man, the eyebrows have been raised. Can I get through one statement of the eyebrow being raised? Damn it! But I'm gonna finish here. All right. If I see that eyebrow again, I'm gonna put like a clown on your face or something. I don't know how. I'm gonna figure out how this thing works, and there's gonna be a clown on your face. That's how it works. Randy's throwing the eyebrow now. There's two eyebrows. I don't know what's going on. You're both fired. That's it. You're fired. Done.
My my eyebrow actually means something. His is just there.
Oh man, we're gonna have a battle of the eyebrows one of these days. But I think this is leading to something big between the Miz and Damien Mizdow Sandow, whatever you want to call him, because in this match, Mizdow does all the work, busts his ass in the match, and then Miz comes in at the end and steals the victory, and then you kind of see the discord at the end where the crowd is booing the Miz and cheering for Mizdow, and you kind of see Mizdow looking over at the Miz, kind of, with kind of an angry look on his face. So, we're all kind of hoping this leads to something bigger. Maybe down the road we see Mizdow get the pin, and then they kind of swap titles. I don't know, but I definitely hope this leads to something bigger between the Miz and Mizdow. Overall, I was impressed with this match as far as the tag team match goes, even though there's not a whole hell of a lot of tag teams left in the WWE anymore. So, Matt, I know you have a lot to say because the eyebrow goes up, and I know you got a lot to say. You probably got a scroll right there, right, ready to go. But Randy, I do want to jump to you, kind of get your thoughts on this tag team match.
I got one thing to say about this tag team match. The orange paint on Stardust looks fucking awesome. It does. It looks awesome. But I mean, other than that, uh, I love Mizdow. He he's like way more entertaining than the Miz, and I think that's what honestly that they're trying to get the reaction out of the crowd from is how entertaining he is, and the stunt tag titles really just added more character to it. It was great. That the match was more or less lackluster, but this just Sandow's performance that was great.
All right, yeah. Sander definitely had a good performance. He always, puts on a good show when put in a situation where it doesn't always work towards him. Matt impromptly getting up and leaving the panel for a split second and then coming back, raising the eyebrow. So apparently there is a volcano building up inside Matt. So Matt, I'm gonna let you take the ball here.
One thing I have to say, fuck Stardust. Red paint, blue paint, green paint, it doesn't matter. Stardust sucks. His gimmick is garbage. His face paint looks stupid. Cody Rhodes needs to just go back, live happily ever after with his wife and just stop it. It's terrible.
Says the guy who believes.
Every time he comes on, it's fucking terrible. Yeah, I believe.
I'd like to live happily ever after with his wife.
Yeah, me too. All right, but get away from that because fuck Stardust. I'm not even gonna talk about Stardust. The eyebrow was raised in the beginning. I was just a little confused because I didn't understand who you were talking about at first. He said Damian Sandow, and I was under the impression he got cut with the budget cuts. So I wasn't too sure who you were talking about. So I was a little confused. But then you said Mizdow, and I realized who you were talking about. I got a little confused. He's
sometimes I still want to call him Sandow because that's just who he is. That's just what I want to do. Damn it.
Lillian Garcia did it. I was like, damn it, Lillian. I was like, it's Mizdow. I was like, oh. But as far as the match went, I was entertained. I love this gimmick. For some reason, this
froze again.
Oh, good. No, I'm back. Yeah. Patiently. Oh God. Oh Lord. Anyway, this is a gimmick that's been hot since it started. A lot of times they have a hot gimmick and then it just gets kind of boring and lackluster, and I stopped caring about it. But this is a gimmick that everybody seems to be fully interested in, and it hasn't died out. People are still chanting for Mizdow. And like Randy said, I love that he came out with the fake tag title. That was just the icing on the cake for me. That was cool. I loved it. I know me and Aussie were talking about that during Survivor Series last night, that we really hoped to, like he did when he had the Intercontinental Championship, because that just makes the whole gimmick work that much better. I like that the Miz went out of the ring holding his face. He had the doctor. That was actually believable. I wasn't too sure. I thought he actually legitimately got hurt.
Oh, I did too.
There, until he Randy Hill's going mobile. Rope break reacts after all has gone mobile as Randy Hill now moves to a new location. All right. I enjoyed this match. I thought it was well done. And like I said, I liked when Cody, Jesus, See what you did, Randy? You're moving around, got me all messed up. Now I'm all confused. Way to
Focus.
go.
Damn it. Focus.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get away from the fucking noise.
I appreciate that. That's nice.
I'm trying to get Matt to focus here. He's like a goddamn freight train going off the tracks. Alright, he's kind of flip-flopping.
So Miz out of the ring. I thought it was legitimate at first. He obviously tagged himself back in, hit him with the skull crush. Fish that he had gotten in after Mizdow hit him with the skull crushing finale. Maybe he tagged him before he hit it, and then the Miz comes in and steals the victory. I think that would have been much better. Because, you know, him hitting him with the skull crushing finale and then hitting him still makes the Miz kind of look strong, instead of him stealing a victory, which is obviously what they were going for, because the entire announce team started calling that out, that he stole the victory from Mizdow, which kind of didn't, because Mizdow didn't have him beat yet. I just wish, I think Mizdow should have hit him with the skull crushing finale, and then the Miz comes in and steals the win. But all in all, not a bad match. I'm really interested to see where this goes. Like I said before, I think there's going to be dissension. I think the Miz is going to turn on Mizdow. Obviously, they're going to
Froze again.
use that for sympathy for Mizdow.
It's killing me, Smalls.
Oh, my Lord Jesus. Oh, bitch. You know what? I can give up. I'm done. I don't even give a shit. Fuck WWE. This match, every match sucks. Everybody in the WWE sucks. Everything sucks. Just take the damn show over. I quit. I can't handle this anymore. I give up. I'm just I can't handle it.
Every time Matt goes to make a big statement, it cuts out on him.
Every time. Every time.
Man. Oh man!
I don't even care anymore. Just take it over. We're moving on.
Yeah, we're gonna move on now, because the YouTube Google Hangout that shut you down enough. After that, we have the Rusev segment earlier tonight. It was either recite the Pledge of Allegiance or have a battle royale for the U.S. Championship, and Aussie was very verbal on our Facebook page, upset that, you know, during this segment, Sergeant Slaughter came out, tried to have Lana recite the Pledge of Allegiance, and then for some fucking reason they're trying to reignite Jack Swagger versus Rusev again. But Aussie was upset that, Rusev didn't, take out Sergeant Slaughter right away. Just didn't take him out and then have the whole locker room file out and then fight Rusev, and then that would have caused the Battle Royale. And I definitely agree with what Aussie said. That's what they should have done. It would have made a lot more sense. Would have made a bigger impact instead of just kind of wasting that segment. So Aussie making a very good point on our Facebook page. And if you're not following that, Matt can tell you about that later. Your friends aren't following it. Matt can tell you about that later if Hangouts doesn't cut him off. So Randy, your thoughts on the Rusev Sergeant Slaughter segment?
Well, right before Jack Swagger's music hit, I was sitting there thinking, who's it going to be? Who's going to come out and be in this segment this time? Because I had I'll give it three. I had three choices in mind of who would have come out. And, of course, Swagger's going to come out because, he represents, being the real American and everything like that. I expected an appearance from him. I was expecting another appearance from The Rock because, that was whenever he did it, that was pretty solid. It saved that Raw whenever he did that. But another thing I was expecting Hulk Hogan to come out. I really was, because everybody's getting tired of this whole hate on the USA with Russia and everything like that, and it's retarded as hell to see the same shit with Swagger and shit. I'm just I can't even talk right. It just Christ.
Randy can't get his thoughts together here on React. So Matt, I want to know from you. Do you agree with what Aussie said, or do you have your own theory or thoughts about this?
I completely agree. I don't know so much about the entire locker room filing out. I think that could have worked. As long as Rusev obviously won the battle royal. I think I would have been much better. Was definitely pissed to see Swagger. Makes no sense. Swagger looks like a jackass. Um, coming out with just looking like an idiot. Oh my god, the guy is just something about him. This is a fact right here. The fact that Swagger's been in this business for so long and it still has the same exact amount of talent that he had when he debuted, which is not much. He's a good amateur wrestler, but other than being a good amateur wrestler, he's got pretty much nothing else. When he yells, it's not believable. I feel like he's like got to try to go take a shit or something because it's not. I
Oh
don't
my
feel like he's
God.
angry. He's like constantly, he's bound up. He needs fiber in his diet or some shit. I don't know.
You got cut off.
Now, I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed that Rusev didn't super kick Sergeant Slaughter. That's what needed to happen. He needed to hit Slaughter. He needed to, and then put him in the camel clutch. Really reminiscent of his feud with the Iron Sheik. Put him in the accolade, and then have somebody come out, not Swagger. I would have rather seen Heath Slater come out, honestly, than freaking Swagger.
You're fired.
It was a failed rivalry from the get-go. It didn't work out, and this is the problem with this rivalry. If you wanted to reignite this rivalry, and I called this before, I figured, didn't I say this before on a React? You were there. You know I said it. Right after Rusev wins the title off of Sheamus, they're going to reignite the feud with Jack Swagger. Do you recall me saying that?
Yes, yes, I do.
I called this happening, and of course, why wouldn't my thing freeze? You know, when I'm going to say something important, you know. Vince McMahon is sitting at a desk watching our show right now, pressing buttons. He doesn't like what I'm about to say. I called it before right here on React. I said that right after Rusev wins the U.S. Championship, they're going to try to reignite his dude, Swagger. Swagger's going to beat him and take the title. Mark my words, it's going to happen. But here's the big problem with that. They did nothing to build up Swagger or make him look like a formidable opponent. He doesn't look like he can beat Rusev. And if he does, it's going to be very lackluster. Wow, none of these big guys who look strong could beat Rusev, but Swagger, who's been frickin', who knows what he's been doing, smoking some funny cigarettes with Zeb Coulter out in the middle of nowhere while they're reading the Constitution.
Oh my God. Okay.
I don't know what they do. It's just ridiculous. I'm not done. There's no build on Swagger. They have done nothing with Swagger. Did he even beat Cesaro? Nobody watches this pre-show, so even if he just nobody watched it. People who were in attendance were not even paying attention. They went to go take a piss break. It's just ridiculous to me. This feud needs to not happen. It's gonna be stupid. And if Rusev loses to Swagger, I'm giving up completely on the WWE. Because that's just ridiculous. All right, I'm done.
You goddamn right. All right, man. That was a big, strong statement from Matt. Make a couple of predictions. Couple of this happens, I'm gonna quit. If you don't know, Matt likes to quit a lot. A couple of rope breakers weighing in here. Raph referring to the Miz saying Miz didn't steal the win, but he tried to steal the glory. Austin Brand saying I wanted the battle royale. Went from a lot of hype to nothing. Definitely agree. Raph saying I thought Swagger was going to be the first one, and then the battle royale would have started on the app. Definitely another possibility because they're plugging the app again. And Austin Brand saying, I could see that, but like the rumors going around, Rusev is going to hold the title till Reigns returns. I don't understand why Reigns is going to hold the U.S. Championship if he's just going to get catapulted right after by winning the Royal Rumble. unless they have something else in mind. But to me, it doesn't make sense for Rusev to drop the title to Reigns and then have Reigns go on to win the Rumble. I don't know what they're doing. Again, it's rumors, card subject to change. Who the hell knows? We're getting towards the end of the show here, and we're just kind of going to gloss over some things. We're not going to talk about Fandango and Justin Gabriel. Forget it. It's not happening. We're not talking about it. Big Show's promo. Matt, good or bad?
I plead the fifth.
What'd you say?
I said I plead the fifth.
He pleads the fifth. Randy, Big Show's promo. Good or bad? Looks like Randy.
I'll give my 2 cents on it.
Oh, shit.
I'll throw my 2.
I'm with Matt.
You son of a bitch.
I plead the fifth.
Randy,
No, I'll give my 2 cents on it. I'll make it short and sweet. I'm just kidding. I don't ever do that. Taking a watch that's not even on his wrist. What an idiot. What a moron. He doesn't even have a watch on his wrist. He's staring at his the promo was interesting. I don't know what to make of it. It wasn't like, it was just weird. I don't understand. They're obviously, he got good heat. I'll give him that. He got good heat. But that, I don't think that really had much to do with this promo. I think that was more just from last night. I can't honestly say I'm looking forward to this rivalry with Eric Rowan, to be honest. I think it's going to be very sloppy, because Eric Rowan's big move is that spinning heel kick, which is actually pretty impressive for a guy his size. I'm got to admit that. But and then he kind of runs around the ring and turns into the Ultimate Warrior and like shakes the ropes and makes a bunch of like weird noises. And then the Big Show is the Big Show, so that's that.
Big Show.
So I'm not really interested in seeing this match. I don't think it's going to be that good. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. I am only human. But I don't know. I just want to point this out right now. I really, really hate Eric Rowan's theme song. Like, I hate it a lot.
No hope.
I think it's like
There's no hope.
terrible thing. I think it's a terrible, terrible theme song. They need to get rid of the drums. It sounds too rock and roll. It doesn't fit him.
If you talk about it, just stop.
It's
Damn it.
terrible. It's
No.
terrible. It's such a horrible
works.
theme song.
It works.
It does not work. It's so bad.
Weird, backwoods, creepy song that you hear
But
in a
like
horror
drums
movie.
and electric guitar, take that shit out and then
Shut
leave the rest of it.
Your
Will be
whore
fine.
mouth. Damn it. It works.
A whore.
Alright, we're going to have set another matchup for WrestleMania 31. Me and you, we're going to fight the themes, and then whoever wins is to pick the themes for every superstar on the roster. That's the new match.
That's a terrible match.
That's a once-in-a-lifetime match right there.
See? Once in a lifetime. You're only going to see it once. You're never going to see it again. That's what's going to happen.
Thank God.
We got to move
Thank
on.
God.
Yeah, thank God. God damn it. Couple of rope breakers weighing in. Austin Brandt. I like Justin Gabriel's music. Okay, done with that. Raph, Big Show's promo was meh.
Wait. Go back. Go back to Justin Gabriel's music.
He said it
I
was.
completely 100%.
He said, Austin Brandt said, I like Justin Gabriel's music.
I completely
It's
agree.
dubstep, man.
I like his music a lot. I first thing when I heard it, I really, really like his music. It fits him really well. Just wanted to throw that out there. I agree with you. I like his music too. All right, we can move on.
Austin Brent saying everyone was happy. It wasn't Cena who came out. Raph saying, I'm glad it was Eric Rowan. It's a chance to see what Rowan can do, and we don't have to sit through another Cena versus Big Show feud. Absolutely 100% agree. And
Good
Raph
point.
saying, Rowan's song sounds like it's for an Asian guy. The feelings mixed on the
Yeah, it does
themes,
have.
but
It
whatever.
does, though.
It's a theme. This always happens. You always got to get picky about the themes. I don't know why. I'm so impartial to themes. But they do make the character or break the character. But we got to move on. Want to talk about Bree versus AJ really quick. What happens with this feud? Do we see a triple threat match next month at TLC, or do we see something happening at the Royal Rumble? Who knows? But where do you think it goes from here? Whoever wants to take it can take it. Open forum. First come, first serve.
If Randy wants to feel it, go for it.
The only thing I have to say about that is whenever AJ dropped the, I don't even fucking remember what the fuck she said. I just had it in my mind and I don't even remember what the fuck she said. Let's be
Talented and
honest.
sexually transmitted.
That was the best ever. I cracked the fuck up. That was great. That's it. I'm done.
Randy quickly going in and going
Short,
back
short.
out. Matt,
I'll throw my 2 cents in.
oh shit! Yeah, your 2 cents is like $50.
Do you not know me? Do you not know me? Why would you even ask that question? Matt, do you want to throw your 2 cents in? As Roman Reigns said last night, that is a stupid question. Of course I want to throw my 2
Matt, do you want
cents
to
in.
throw your 2 cents in? Yeah, let me get out my coin person. I gotta find the 2 cents.
Oh, he's a funny guy. He's a fun. Look at this guy. Fucking comedian over there.
Got some 2 cents.
Alright, you played that out a little too long. Okay. Alright, so my 2 cents. I'm really confused at what's going on right now, that they completely dropped the Bella storyline because they're both heels now. And then they kind of buried the fact by saying that Brie Bella is no longer under the siege of Nikki anymore because the authority's gone. They kind of just pretty much flattened that entire storyline, and they're kind of making it seem. And plus, I don't know if it was just me. I could have been hearing things, but did the Bellas get a huge pop when they were announced, or were they booed? I swear I thought I heard that they got cheered.
Honestly, don't remember.
I feel like they got a pop. I was really surprised. I could have been just hearing things. Breakers watching can fill me in on that. Make sure I'm not going completely crazy. I swear I thought they got a pretty good sized pop for them being healed. But I'm just kind of lost with the storyline. It sounded to me by the way that the commentators were playing it off as if that this storyline no longer exists. Brie has just officially joined Nikki. And I think the fact that Brie is getting booed or getting cheered, I think if she were to attack Nikki, I think it would backfire. I think she would get booed. I think it would look bad. So I don't think that's going to work anymore. So I don't know where they're going with this storyline. I kind of feel like they ruined it. I don't know. I'm just very, very confused by it. Like Randy said, I did like that ending statement from AJ. Talent is not sexually transmitted. I thought that was on point. Good way to cap that off. But I feel like it's just a Bella twin magic, as they always do, but now they're heels. That's kind of what I felt tonight.
Froze again. God damn it.
I don't know. I just don't see them going anywhere with it. I think AJ is going to be phased out. So we're going to be left with the Bellas, and who the hell knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, you definitely make a good point. I do agree with you in the light that it is confusing. They kind of just dropped the Bella versus Bella storyline now that the authority's gone. It's very confusing to figure out what's going to happen at this point. We're going to move on so we can get towards the end of the show here. WWE shows a new vignette for A New Day, reveals that they are debuting next week on Monday Night Raw. Obviously, if you guys didn't read, the whole reason they didn't jump with them right away is because right around when they started forming it, the whole incident in Ferguson happened with Michael Brown. So they decided to hold back on that as to not upset anybody with different things about that. But now that the verdict has come out in the case, we're not going to talk about that here because it is pretty controversial. But it's come out, so now they can debut those guys, and we'll be able to see what they do. After that, we have Cena and Ziggler in their backstage segment. I did like that, how they kind of played off of each other. It was good. And then we get to the main event. We get Dolph and Cena versus Ron and J&J Security, as decided by the WWE app. Not a whole hell of a lot to say about this match. Wasn't really impressed with it at all. They were just kind of going to build towards the end, and it ends with Cena and Ziggler hitting their finishers, getting the pin, and then Rollins tries to get away. Bryan throws him back into the ring. Cena hits the AA, and then the anonymous Raw general manager makes his return, and I believe WWE memes put up a meme saying, "You want to know the most annoying sound in the world?" And I think it was Michael Cole saying, and I quote, honestly, I'm not happy about this at all. Not one bit. I think, after tonight, I think it killed the momentum of this whole, the authorities out, Daniel Bryan came in and was working the show, and I just feel like this has killed the momentum. It's obvious what they're going to lead this towards. The anonymous Raw general manager is going to go crazy, and then in return, Cena's going to have to weigh, do I bring the authority back, or do I keep this, crazy computer that's controlling the show, and then, down the line, we'll get the authority back. So I feel like instead of really letting this play out, they just took the easy way out. So Randy, I want to jump to you. Your thoughts on that, those final moments of Monday Night Raw. He's dead. He died.
They did not have to bring in the anonymous general manager of Raw. That was so fucking stupid. God damn it. Oh. Cena and Ziggler's match was, thumbs up, but as soon as I heard that tone go off, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Not this shit again. And my first thought was, is Hornswoggle under the ring again with a laptop? But, I mean, it just, and then it kept going off as the show faded off, from an ending. But it is, oh God. Oh, I needed aspirin after that. That was fucking stupid. The anonymous Raw general manager was not needed at this show.
Yeah, I don't think it's needed at all. So Matt, I know you want to kind of blow up here, so I'll hand you the microphone for the next few minutes.
No, Alec, I'm going to take the mature way out. I'm going to be very calm and adult about this. No, I'm just kidding. That would be stupid. Fuck that segment. Fuck everything about it. Screw the the anonymous general manager. What a waste. I'm so pissed off about it because here's the thing, and this is what I was talking about earlier, which, by the way, I want to point out, Daniel Bryan's return to Raw. Fuck the commentators. They screwed that up big time. Now, they didn't even, he hasn't been back in forever, and this is how Michael Cole announces, here comes Daniel Bryan. That was fucking Michael Cole's announcing. They're not even paying attention. Jerry Lawler's like, hey guys, look, it's Daniel Bryan. Like, are you shitting me? Like, that is how you announce Daniel Bryan. That, it made it so lackluster. Oh, they drive me nuts. Now, this is why I thought Daniel Bryan was a waste. Because then now you bring in the general manager, the anonymous general manager. First and foremost, the commentators act like they didn't see a bunch of guys bringing in a giant-ass podium with a stupid laptop on it. What? What? Is that what I think it is? Well, I don't know. It's just anonymous general manager in a big fucking circle right out front. I wonder. Which is ridiculous. They acted like it's, yeah, obviously that's what it is. Insulting our intelligence again. This is stupid. It's not going to go anywhere. And the way they ended Raw was dumb. Just that noise. Really? That's how you're going to end the show? Was that supposed to be intimidating? Was that supposed to be aggressive? It was stupid. You know what that reminded me of? A preteen girl sending a text to her boyfriend. That's what that reminded me of. That reminded me of. I didn't think the general ass. I thought it was stupid. Drove me nuts. It's just a waste. It was a failed idea when it started. It's a idea now. And it was such a placement. They just threw it in. Why didn't they start the show with it? If they're going to do it, why didn't you start the show with it? Why are you just throwing it in last second? Like, it wasn't there the entire time. Somebody brings it out. And then you waste our time by ruining the turn from Daniel Bryan, by having him there for one day when you are... This is stuff that they had pre-planned out, and this is why the creative team pisses me off so much. This is something they should have had planned out since before last night. I swear to God, this entire show was written an hour before Raw. I wouldn't even be surprised. Because nothing was planned out. Nothing furthered anything. It's just ridiculous. It's stupid, and like you said, it's predictable, dumb. That's what I got to say about it.
All right, Matt, making a very strong, definitive statement here on React After Raw. We're getting to the final moments here on our review show, and I say it every week. It's time for everybody's favorite part of the show, because you know we're getting towards the end, but it's the most important part of the show. It's time for the final thoughts and letter grades for Monday Night Raw. So, Randy, your final thoughts and letter grade.
I'm gonna go ahead and give Raw a B. You know, for boring. No, I'm just kidding. I'll give it a C minus. It was just not that entertaining to me. There was a few good spots, but I mean, other than that, it was not entertaining to me at all. Yeah, C minus. That's I'm gonna stick with that. You go right ahead, Matt. You do what you do, man.
Matt, I know you've already said a whole hell of a lot here tonight. I don't know what you got left in the tank, but, you know, if I know anything, there's always something left. So, the floor is yours.
My letter grade. I'm going to give Monday Night Raw a Y. As in, why the hell would you do this to me? Why would you give me a Survivor Series that awesome and then give me this shit fucking Raw the next night that just is so terrible in contrast? Look, I'll put it in perspective. It was not a bad Monday Night Raw, but it was a terrible Monday Night Raw following Survivor Series. I mean, the amount of work they put into that show, this is what it shows me right now, and this is what pisses me off. It shows me that they don't care about the fans, because the only reason they put that much effort into Survivor Series is because they get people to buy into the network, because obviously they didn't give a shit about this Raw, or else they would have put that much effort into this Raw, and then the next Raw, and the next Raw. We wouldn't have shitty Monday Night Raws, but we do, and we got one tonight. Did not think it was that good. I thought from start to finish the matches, general manager too good. Daniel Bryan's return was really the only decent thing, and I say decent because, like I said, I thought it was a waste. Other than that, nothing was good. The backstage segment with the Authority and Vince is the only decent part of that, the only well-written thing, because that shows dissension, that shows a brand new storyline, an interesting storyline. Mizdow, that's it. Mizdow, that promo, and Daniel Bryan's return a little bit. The only thing about this Raw that was good. And when you only have three things that make a Raw interesting, Raw pretty much done. So I'm going to go on, and I'm going to give it a D minus.
Wow, that I'm surprised you gave it a B minus following that statement.
No. No. D. Letter D. D minus.
D. Wow, man.
D.
I think that's the second D minus you've given out here on React. Austin Brand's
Might be.
giving it a C plus. You guys definitely both did make some good points, and it is tough because you have such a big match for Survivor Series, just a big pay-per-view overall in general. In that you did make a good point saying they don't really care about the product, about what happens on Monday Night Raw because they were just trying to boost the subscribers for the network. So I do agree with you in that late, and I think TLC is only 3 weeks away, so they really have to do a whole hell of a lot of work over the next few weeks to really build up this last pay-per-view. And TLC was always touch and go for the past few years, so I don't know. I'm disappointed. It wasn't a bad Raw, but it could have been a whole hell of a lot better. So I'm giving it a C plus. C plus is what I'm giving it. That's it. It's on record. C plus. It's in the bag. Now everybody, you know what time it is. We're all here. We're all friends. But some of you have friends who don't know about rope break. And there's a man who gets very upset about that. He's on that panel tonight. So Matt, it's time.
Well, before I talk to my friends, I just gotta say, for some reason, I'm hearing us talking in the background. Does somebody have YouTube open? I'm hearing myself speak. I heard Alex speak. Does either one of you have YouTube open?
I'm
Or somebody
actually
needs to
not.
put on headphones.
I'm not
You need to
using
put on
my
headphones.
headphones because the only headphones I have are Turtle Beaches, and I'm letting my friend use them to talk to people on the PlayStation. So I don't have anything else that would work. That's my fault.
Alright, just turn your volume down a little bit. Just because I hear myself speaking. And I don't want to hear myself talk. I gotta live with myself.
I don't want to hear myself.
I have to live with it every day.
God damn it,
I
will
feel
you
bad
tell
for these
these
brokers
people
that put up with me.
about friends?
Yes,
Speak to
yes, I
them.
will.
Preach.
I will, friend. I will preach. I'm the fourth member of A New Day. I will preach to ya. If First of all, if you're new to rope break and you've never watched it before, then this is going to be new to you. But I'm going to school you. I'm going to let you in on it. If you've been a rope breaker for a while and you still don't know about this, because you're stupid. And that is a great way to get people to watch your show. You insult them, and they just want to come back. But if you have friends that don't know about rope break because you're holding out on them, you're being neglectful. You're being a terrible friend. But don't worry. Don't worry. You don't got to feel bad. I have the remedy for that. I can fix that. All you have to do is tell them to come on over to Rope Break. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/RopeBreakWrestling. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/RopeBreakWrestling. You can find us on YouTube. Have them subscribe right here on YouTube. Go to our website, RopeBreakWrestling.com. Bring them over. This is a lifestyle, Bring them over to the Rope Break lifestyle, because if you're not living the Rope Break lifestyle, you're not really living. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, you can go elsewhere. Yeah, if you want, you can go Quayside. You can go to the bleachers. You can go no deep. You can go wherever you want to go. But I promise you, this is a guarantee that there's no better place to be than in the ring with Rope Break. And I know what you're thinking. Listen, you're a founding father of Rope Break. This is true, but I believe it. I live by it. I love what we're doing for the fans, by the fans. And that is not me being biased. That is just simply a fact of life. And as I always say in the words of Tyson Kidd, because he did appear on Raw tonight, I gotta say this. Hashtag fact.
There you have it, folks. Matt always making his definitive statement that he makes every single Monday night here on React After Raw. As he said, you can check us out on our Facebook page, on our Twitter. Like, share, subscribe to this YouTube page. Do whatever you got to do to get the word out there about Rope Break Wrestling. Word of mouth is the most powerful weapon you have in your arsenal every single day. Listen, time to close shop here. You can always check us out on React After Raw every single Monday night, immediately following Raw. We're always here. We got the panel, reviewing, talking about the show, giving you the best damn Raw review show on YouTube. After that, on Thursdays, live at 7 p.m. That's right, live. The Sharpshoot is live with Aussie. Kick-ass show, one of the best damn shows on YouTube. And then after that, on Fridays around noonish, give or take, you have Before the Bell with none other than Matt right there. According to him, it is the best show on YouTube. We might see some kind of war soon. We don't know what's going on. There's a storm brewing here at Rope Break. But that's it, guys. That's the end of the show. We're going to let you go. It's been great having you guys here. Always love you in the comments. Always appreciate the support. It's great always having you guys tune in. That's it. It's time to go. So for everyone here at Rope Break, I'm Alec. That's Matt. That's Randy. This is Rope Break Wrestling. You make the rules, and we break them.